Is a silent threat creeping into America, or is this just extreme caution? Federal health officials are currently monitoring 41 individuals across the United States for hantavirus, a virus that, while rare, carries a significant mortality rate. But here's the kicker: there are no reported cases. So why the heightened surveillance, and what does this mean for you? Before we dive into the unsettling details, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss crucial updates like this. Now, let's break down this developing situation. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, confirmed they are tracking 41 people across the US who are being monitored for hantavirus. David Fitter, the incident manager for the CDC's hantavirus response, stated on Thursday that there are currently 0 confirmed cases of the virus in the country. This might sound reassuring, but it's precisely this lack of confirmed illness paired with active monitoring that raises questions. Most of these 41 individuals have been advised to stay home and limit contact with others. This recommendation, while standard procedure for potential exposure, highlights the precautionary measures being taken. Hantaviruses are a group of viruses primarily transmitted to humans through contact with the urine, droppings, or saliva of infected rodents. The most common way people get infected is by breathing in airborne particles after rodent-infested areas have been disturbed. While person-to-person transmission is extremely rare for most hantaviruses in the US, the potential for serious illness, including severe respiratory problems that can lead to death, makes it a virus that health officials take very seriously. So, what's the big deal here? The CDC's involvement in the monitoring of 41 people, even without confirmed cases, signifies a level of concern that warrants attention. This isn't a typical seasonal flu scare, this is a targeted response to a virus that can be incredibly dangerous. The context suggests that these individuals may have had potential exposure, perhaps through travel, contact with contaminated environments, or other circumstances that warrant close observation. The CDC's decision not to impose movement restrictions, while advising self-isolation, suggests they believe the risk of widespread transmission is currently low, but they are erring on the side of extreme caution. Who is affected? We don't have specifics on the locations or the demographics of these 41 individuals, and that's typical for public health monitoring to protect privacy. However, it's important to remember that hantavirus infections in the US are uncommon, with only a handful of cases reported each year. The symptoms usually appear 1 to 8 weeks after exposure and can include flu-like symptoms such as fever, severe headaches, muscle aches, and fatigue. In more severe cases, it can progress to the hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, which involves difficulty breathing and fluid in the lungs. The possible outcomes of this situation are varied. Ideally, all 41 individuals will remain asymptomatic, and the monitoring will conclude without any further incidents, proving the CDC's proactive approach was effective in preventing any potential spread. On the other hand, if any of these individuals develop symptoms, it would immediately elevate the situation from monitoring to an active public health investigation. The CDC would then likely provide more detailed information about the case, the potential source of infection, and any public health recommendations. This scenario also touches upon broader themes in US politics and public health policy. It highlights the ongoing tension between individual liberties and collective safety. The CDC's approach of advising rather than mandating restrictions for these individuals reflects a careful calibration of these competing interests. It also speaks to the infrastructure and preparedness that exists for responding to emerging health threats, even those that are currently low probability but high impact. In an era where public health crises can rapidly escalate and have global implications, the way agencies like the CDC manage these situations, even before they become full-blown outbreaks, is critical. The lack of reported cases is a key element here. It could mean that the exposure was minimal, or that the monitoring itself is a testament to a robust surveillance system. It could also be a sign of something more concerning, prompting widespread caution without definitive proof of immediate danger. The CDC is walking a fine line, trying to keep the public informed without causing undue alarm, while ensuring that any potential threat is identified and contained as swiftly as possible. This is a story that will continue to unfold, and understanding the nuances is crucial for informed citizenship. So, what do you think about this? Is the CDC being overly cautious, or is this the right level of vigilance in the face of a potentially deadly virus? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. We'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story.